Hi, let's talk a little bit about this week's habit about sleep. Um, Sleep is one of the crucial elements of having a healthy lifestyle. When you think about it, about a third of our day is spent sleeping. I mean, that means if you manage to get about 8 hours in, so it's really crucial to recovery and the well-being. Now, some of you might have issue falling asleep, some going through spending through the whole night, and all of that. And I think last week's lesson I've covered some aspect on how to address this and try to improve that sleep. For my case, I don't have any issues falling asleep. If I try to read a book when I go to bed, I'll probably go through the first 10, 15 lines, and then I'm probably going to read about 6 times the same line, and then it's time to put the book down. I basically cannot read in bed. I just fall asleep straight away. My problem was that I couldn't last the 8 hours. And I used to wake up quite frequently throughout the night, go to the loo, and so on, and then fall back asleep. Until I realized one day that my weekend sleeping was much better, where I managed to almost go through my 8 hours without realizing it, without waking up and all of that. And then I started putting my coaching hat on and thinking about it until I realized that basically it was my food intake, whereby at the weekend I used to eat food a little bit earlier in the day, where my food was spread more throughout the day, and probably eating a little bit less in the evening, versus during the week I tend to working week, that is, I tend to eat more in the evening, so going to bed a little bit heavier and still having heavy digestion food. So then I started tweaking that until I found out that basically I had to eat a bit earlier. Also, as a coach, my main hours are 5 to 7 p.m. This is where I see most of my clients. So that means I had to eat something around 4:30 p.m. and then a little snack after 8, and that has helped me going through sleeping longer period without waking up, and it has changed drastically. So that helped me quite a bit. So like I said, everybody is different. You need to find out what works for you, and this is where the previous habit, where we started recording stuff and putting our coaching hat on, will really help you to go into this and record what is working and not working for you, and how you can assess and try to improve. Don't change too many things at once. Change one thing, see how that improves or not, and then so on and so on. It's a very long overall process, but you have to go through the motions in order to find what works for you. I had a similar example where one of the lady I coach had dreadful nightmares throughout the night, and it was the same thing for her, in a sense that she had to start eating earlier. When she was eating around 7, 8 p.m. and then going to bed around 10:30, she went through dreadful nightmares. And now she's eating at 6 p.m. and her sleep is much quieter, much better. So there you are. Find works for you and stick to it. All right. Sleep well. Cheers.